Now, what do crocodiles eat? Natalie?
Other animals.
No, they eat grass.
How's it going? We're back. We're back. It's been a few weeks. I think it's been longer than a few weeks, but I've been away for a few weeks. I thought, you know what? I saw a clip, and it was of Brass Eye. Brass Eye is one of those shows I always hear about, right? Hear Chris Morris, that name going around. I've watched, what's that movie? Rubber Digger Rapids, bro.
Why are you doing this?
Rubber Dinghy Rapids.
Sorry?
Rubber Dinghy Rapids, bro.
What's that one? I forgot. I watched that movie though. Fuck. I'm refusing to Google. You gotta use my brain. What the fuck is it called? Just for ease, for the sake of cutting down this video, because fuck me. Why doesn't my brain work? It's Four Lions. Of course it's Four Lions. I wasn't even close to being there, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. But yeah, Brass Eye. Don't really know much about it. I think it's like some kind of like satirical, social, maybe political take, socio-political satire, blah, blah, blah. Let's bring it up on Wikipedia. Brass Eye is a British satirical television series parodying current affairs. A series of 6 episodes aired on Channel 4. I knew it'd be Channel 4, had to be. And further episodes.
What?
Blah, 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 blah. Charlie Brooker, Brass Eye, slang term for anus. Okay. I can't say I've ever used that.
That's what she said.
I'm intrigued. Colour me intrigued. Let's go. Brass Eye, episode 1. Might help if I put these on.
Exactly. Yeah. So where they are crushed inside those lorries.
The vets hit them with planks. Vets.
Yeah, exactly. Almost make them so huge, they're an
Listen,
animal.
boo-hoo about calves. They do that with crabs. I don't see you weeping about crabs.
Well, I think every animal has as much right to decent treatment as we do.
Yeah.
You're wrong, and you're a grotesquely ugly freak. Thanks. Animal rights. It's an extremely controversial subject, and it's not just the odd dinner party punch-up over
I wasn't expecting the turn to the camera.
squealing meat. It's the Spaniards
I like that spanking.
You teasing me, you naughty.
chucking horses out of church towers, the Chinese sucking the brains out of live monkeys, and now this, a shocking example taken from a recent Libyan news.
A recent Libyan news.
The footage shows a ritual from the feast of Eid al-Adha, an outdoor celebration in which the men of Tripoli have a great time, but the same cannot be said for their cattle. At the climax of the feast, a cow is rounded up and driven into a metal tube, a tube which is charged with explosives. The cow is fired through the air and lands in a crunched-up bone heap. Running men then clobber any remaining life out of it with their fists and feet and sticks.
Clobber any life out of it. It's just been blown out of a cannon like a firework.
The body is dragged about and then left for the dogs and jackals. And possibly scorpions if they eat meat, I don't know.
Tonight on Brass Eye, animals. Are we too nice or too nasty?
Okay, we're off to an interesting start. I can kind of see the shows they're poking holes at, those kind of BBC One shows that used to be on back in the day. This was out in 1997, so I was, I was just a wee bean back then. I don't know why I opted for Scottish then. I can kind of remember those shows in between. We weren't a political household. We weren't really a news household, but those shows were right on between, before EastEnders.
Get out of my pub!
We were a soap opera household.
Over the centuries, man's relationship with animals has been complex. In ancient Egypt, felines were worshipped because the Egyptians thought they were funny. Many of today's familiar relics are cat monuments.
It's like something from Kunk.
These vast cat heads were built underground and seen by no one. Europe too has its animal
Can you
traditions.
imagine?
In Zaragoza, the streets still get crazy with the annual running of the wasp. In Britain in the last century, it was quite acceptable for a young gentleman to lose his virginity to one of London's many whore dogs.
Wait,
Dickens and Prince Albert both boasted of their experience.
What?
Today, animals are used more discreetly as a vital lubricant in the wheels of government.
Okay, don't use the word lubricant after saying what you just said. You know what you're doing. You know what you did. This is more surreal than I expected, man. I thought it was going to be a bit kind of normal, but like in a satirical way. This is way more surreal than I was expecting. I would have been well into this. I'd like somebody like Boosh and stuff. I would have been well into this. I can already tell I'm gonna like this, and I've been missing out.
My job for some teen years to procure wild beasts for the House of Parliament and to get bats, gibbons.
Ex-civil servant Foster Pan purchased over 1,000 animals to work in Westminster.
Michael Heseltine finds it very useful.
I bet nothing changed.
If he's angry, to have an ape to slap. Kenneth Clark has a baby moose in a cupboard.
The most commonly used animals are zebras, hurrying between offices with documents pinned to their bodies.
Zebras. I don't know why I got play that again.
Kenneth Clark has a baby moose in a cupboard.
The most commonly used animals are zebras, hurrying between offices with documents pinned to their bodies.
Was that meant
Tony
to be
Benn
funny?
had a tape here in the 70s and used to send messages on around Whitehall. Rude messages to the Lords, I always remember. He used to pin to the head of the tape here. Most of it was great fun. I enjoyed the job. The only real difficulty I had was trying to haul a basking shark up the Thames for Jack Ashley. It didn't really work out. It died after about 3 days being tethered to the terrace. Jack was quite unpopular after that for a while.
I can imagine.
So much for...
Didn't we have like a basking shark or some kind of shark at the Thames? What? Not too long ago. We get dolphins occasionally. Sadly, they die. I think we had like a porpoise or something.
But this East London boozer knows all about animal abuse, because here, every week, beer users gather to watch large men fight with weasels.
There's normally about 40 men in a room.
Weasel fighting.
And a bag above your head. Somebody pulls a string, the weasels cascade out onto you, and you've got as short a time as possible to dispatch them all. I've seen a man die weasel fighting. When you're fighting a weasel, he's bigger than a man.
What did you say that?
You've got as short a time as possible to dispatch them all. I've seen a man die weasel fighting. When you're fighting a weasel, he's bigger than a man.
When you're fighting a weasel, he's bigger than a man. And you got like fucking 50 of the all over you. I love this show. I love the weirdness of this show. I didn't know it was so weird. It gave me proper like Howard Moon, like Boosh vibes. That must have been an inspiration of all of that kind of surrealist comedy. Anyway, I'm sorry for pausing.
And there is money in it.
Try and pause a little less.
If you're good, there's other perks as well. The women, they fancy you if they see you kicking the shit out of a weasel.
After 13 years in which he pulped over 4,000 weasels, Bernard Lering suffered a compound nervous breakdown.
I lost it, and I just picked up a living doing otters, which are very easy, are very docile animals.
They're like bigger versions of weasels, like wet weasels.
And even when they pump them full of rat hormones, which they do, you can kill an otter in about a second.
Okay, Chris Morris might be my new hero.
Let's kick his face off.
There are many legal sports that kill animals too.
I think the thing that people get fussed about is that a fox is a small brown furry animal, very much like a dog.
I can't believe people still go fussed.
I don't think they'd be nearly so worried if it was a little four-legged car full of chips.
The evil in our relationship remains a paradox. If you plot number of animals abused against what makes people cruel versus intelligence of either party, the pattern is so unreadable you might as well draw in a chain of fox heads on sticks. And if you do that, an interesting thing happens. The word cruel starts flashing. So, are we cruel to hunt foxes?
The fox feels nothing. It's made of string.
I'm sure it feels a lot when it's been torn apart for no fucking reason at all.
Can it possibly be right for gene men to play with DNA?
Gene men.
Survived a couple of days and then just keeled over and died.
Cat cock.
Is this wrong?
How on earth can you justify this? And has anybody ever come up with a reasonable argument for this?
I am fucking... What is this show?
Animals and man have coexisted since long before we all evolved. But while cruelty still makes our hearts bleed like fresh operation scars in a hot bath, our daily language is full of abuse with expressions like frog stupid. Why? For some answers, David Jatt asked Carla Lane for them.
I saw something in the paper this morning waiting. A bulldog mauled a girl. We don't want that.
No.
But
nobody does.
Not to maul a bulldog either.
No. But when you read on, you learn that some boys threw the bulldog into the garden to get a fight together.
Yeah.
Now, the bulldog was put down, but nobody said, what did they do to the bulldog before they put it in the garden?
They take the tail, they wind it up like that, they
Yes.
crank it, they tweak its central nervous system, and it goes like a bloody rocket.
Yes.
And the fact is
But
that...
they put it
what would
down,
you do, though,
no
to those-
thought.
Of course. Now, they put the dog down. What would you like to see to happen to the people that wound up its tail and fired it off like some elastic-powered
There are
guide?
no words to describe. Prison's not good enough because
No.
prison's
Put them
become
down.
bed and breakfast and telly.
Prison's too good. What about jail?
Perhaps they ought to be...
They should have their coccyx twisted.
Yes.
Prison's too good. What about jail?
That would
And now
sort them
people
out.
are going to say... Oh,
Can I
yeah.
just say, this, which has been prepared by the news graphic people, represents what's going on in one way. Is that the sort of thing that you would agree with?
Human version of it. Yes, I think so. Because
What does
I've
that
been
even
20
mean?
years going to
bet.
the ministers
You didn't even
and
know
they're
a title.
finding out what man does.
Know what day that was?
Not only to calves and sheep,
But-
to everything. Frogs' legs they're onto.
Weasel fighting in the East End?
Everything.
I mean, pulling live weasels out of the wild and making them fight a man.
Yeah. And
I just caught my face in the recording and I'm just like... Huh? I just look perplexed.
you know, they do have endearing, wonderful habits.
I wish I got
animals.
high to watch
I had
this.
2 guinea pigs and they were both 11 years old
Jesus.
and one died.
Yeah.
And, you know, just before it died, it washed its little face.
From what you're saying, have we got it right or wrong? So far,
What, people?
people.
Wrong.
We're right
100
here.
million times people wrong.
What chance of getting even here, let alone
Oh, dear. Not much.
Not much.
here?
Never in my lifetime or yours.
Just watch
How
this
many
then.
thousand
We're-
years?
We're trying this, and there's a tension, and it's just going to go back like that.
I think so.
During the Blitz, when many clocks were destroyed, Londoners could tell the time by watching a dog throw itself off a high board,
Of course.
which it did precisely every 60 seconds, 24 hours a day for over 8 months.
That sounds fucking tiring.
Institutionalized cruelty is one thing, but the twisted brain wrong of a one-off man-mental is quite another.
Man-mental.
Ted Maul disturbs. Terrible Wiltshire.
What?
Institutionalized cruelty is one thing, but the twisted brain wrong of a one-off man-mental is quite another. Ted Maul disturbs.
Disturbs.
Arable Wiltshire, a peaceful country haven supporting rural life like something out of a cheese ad. It doesn't look troubled.
But it is. At least for one of these
that
cows.
zoom.
Thanks to money, this, and a human mind as bent as a bad hedge.
6 months ago, life for a cow here at Park Farm was pretty much like this.
Nothing much going on here.
Here at Park Farm. I like how you talk.
But last June, out of nowhere, anti-cow slogans started appearing on the sheds. The text specifically designed to undermine the cow's confidence. Local press caught whiff of a weird one when the vandal shot his paint straight at the cow in the form of words like
By
twat,
Bromp Carlyle.
and later fucknut and arse candle.
The wicked campaign of psychological onslaught reached a sick new peak yesterday when whoever it is sprayed its hide with a new word, fucknut, and compounded the insult with another word that said arse candle.
Next came a wave of sick attachments. Cow attached to a filing cabinet, cow attached to a mini engine in a shopping trolley. What sort of mind
What
would
does
do
it
this?
mean?
We contacted a huge bank of psychiatrists in the States.
thought so
They
too.
told us
Fine,
the
hang on.
guy's a homo.
Is that working? Okay, I laughed so hard then. My software was fucking warning me about feedback. That really got... Whatever you think they're going to say something completely different, like out of the realm of possibility almost. Let me hear that one more time.
What sort of mind would do this? We contacted a huge bank of psychiatrists in the States. They told us the guy's a homo.
It's definitely homosexual.
Then a breakthrough.
Definitely homosexual.
The vandal was caught on camera.
But why would the gays do it? Why?
This farmer's son's handycam footage shows him at work.
So fucking stupid.
Whispering inept insults down a wire straight into the cow's head.
Don't you know what electricity is? The planets in the wire, isn't it?
The man was Simon Hawtrey, known locally as Chob.
Push up.
It's the guy from it's the guy from Spaced. Dr. Alan Statham from Green Wing, heavily underrated show, Channel 4. I used to love that, man. I was a teenager when that was out, and I would literally come home to watch it. That and Peep Show, you know. Good times, man. Good times. What else was he in? He was in. What was the one where he played the Shalom guy? What was that? I didn't like that as much, man. I didn't like that as much. Spaced and Green Wing. Them were ones, but this guy, I love this guy. I don't think he's been in anything for a while.
He does odd jobs and lives in a field.
Tossars.
But that night, Chob had discovered a bad new hobby.
Idiot, fucking idiot, 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 idiot. Stupid, stupid fucking idiot.
It seemed the resulting court action would be an open and shut case, but it wasn't. These pics from the Beebs Western Region show.
But what, free on a technicality?
Local feeling ran high. One activist got so angry he donned a cow suit and lammed Hawtrey right outside the court. Wow, he chopped him in the gob. And he's legged it. Great running.
Wow, he chopped him in the gob and he legged it. Great running.
He may have been free, but Chob owed the world an explanation.
Right, you, I'm gonna muck your lens, right, you gay sod?
Hawtrey prevented himself giving us a real interview, but during our visit, we gleaned vital clues from some documents we nicked.
From some documents we nicked. That's how people sound where I live, by the way. I live in the southwest. And yeah, a lot of people sound like he did. A lot of people have that accent. I'm going to be doing a video on accents soon. Bad British accents specifically. I wonder if anyone will have attempted any kind of southwest Bristolian accent. Devon accent, that type of thing, Cornwall accent.
Hawtrey prevented himself giving us a real interview, but during our visit, we gleaned vital clues from some documents we nicked through an open window.
Some documents we nicked.
These docs show that Hawtrey had been driven nuts because the land on which he lives is owned by the cow. In the will of Edith Bates, a local crone who loved cattle, then eccentric, now dead, the cow inherited the land and a special bank account for stockpiling rent.
So we got like a fucking cow landlord now.
Nothing of money or bitter mankind. Life has become a living cowmare, thanks to the thoughtless beneficence of a mad old woman.
I wonder who that woman is. I wonder if that's like a relation to someone in the crew.
So far, do we have it right or wrong? Let's have a look at the answer, Prancer. Thanks. Found out exactly what to think next.
Find out exactly what to think next. Yeah, we're going to be telling you what to think, one way or another. It's like that. It's like that interview with, I don't know if you've ever seen it, with Andrew Marr. Is it Andrew Marr? Can't remember his name. And Noam Chomsky. And he basically says, like, I believe that you believe everything that you're saying right now. You know, what I'm saying is, if you believed anything different, you would not be here.
How can you know that I'm self-censoring? How can you know that journalists are...
I'm sure you believe everything you're saying. But what I'm saying is, if you believe something different, you wouldn't be sitting where you're sitting.
We execute wasps, but we don't execute dogs.
What?
We execute wasps because they sting us, and dogs give us pleasure.
Do wasps really sting us?
Well, they do. I mean, they have stung me, and it seemed like a sting.
Was it actually a sting?
I call it a sting. I mean, I'm a
You see, I've
creature of habit.
never been stung by a wasp. I don't necessarily believe we're told they sting.
Well,
He thinks
I
it's
have been
fictitious.
stung by a wasp, and they do sting.
This
People say that
is...
snakes sting and snakes bite.
I haven't been stung by a snake, I'm glad to say.
Well, that's because they bite.
If I had, I would all bite.
Now,
this is so kunk. This is like the beginning of kunk right here. I didn't realise. I thought kunk was something obviously not brand new, but so obviously we had people like Ali G and all that kind of stuff. So, but this specifically feels so kunk coded. This is like almost, well, Charlie Brooker as well works in this show, right? Charlie Brooker works on the Philomena Kunk stuff. I never knew it. I'm so glad I found this show, man. Thanks to it's definitely been requested to me in the past as well by people in the comments. I just, didn't think any of it. But I'm glad. I'm sorry to anyone who requested this, and it's taken me so long to get here. Anyway, let's go back to the beginning on this.
Do wasps really sting us?
Well, they do. I mean, they have stung me, and it seemed like a sting.
Was it actually a sting?
I call it a sting. I mean, I'm a creature of habit.
I've never been stung by a wasp. I don't necessarily believe we're told they sting.
Well, I have been stung.
It's like, show me the evidence.
This is
People say that snakes sting and snakes bite.
I haven't been stung by a snake, I'm glad to say.
Well, that's because they bite.
If I had, I would all bite.
Now that, weirdly, I believe, and yet I've never been bitten by a snake. Why don't I believe... Why do a lot of people not believe that wasps sting?
Well, come out into our garden in South Bucks on a summer's day. I'll find you a wasp, and I think...
Sting me with it.
What?
You'd sting me with a wasp.
This is a conversation.
Yes.
This is a conversation. That guy was like fucking losing his mind. I want to know if he was like part of that or... It didn't look like it. It didn't look like it. Like he was slowly like, who the fuck is this guy? What is wrong with this guy? It's a liberal myth. No one's ever been stung by a wasp. It's fake news. It's fake news. Come to think, I don't know if I've been stung by. I don't know. I think it was a bee, but I'm not 100%. I was walking down the high street. It might have been a wasp. Maybe it's... wasps don't sting, do they, actually? It might not have been. But I had a donut in my hand. I was like 16 years old, just finished school. So I'm walking through like this packed high street, just bought my donut. I see like a wasp or a bee, and I'm not sure. I don't know. I think it's gone. All of a sudden, I have this reflex. My arm shoots up into the air. The donut carrying arm up into the air. My hand I'm like, what the fuck is that? My hand comes down, there's no donut in there, right? I'm like, looking around, where the fuck's this donut gone? It felt like a lifetime. It felt like it was up there for, I don't know how high I threw this, and it landed right next to an old person. Like, I almost did like a hate crime or something. I'd basically just launched a donut at this OAP. I didn't have it, I wanted to eat that donut as well. Fucking hell. And then, yeah, so I've almost hit this woman, I've lost my donut. It's a bad day for me. And I've been stung. Terrible day. I'm guessing it was a bee and not a wasp. I never knew for sure until now, but now we know that wasps don't sting. So yeah, that's but yeah, that's the only time I've been stung, and I guess it was by a bee.
Before it all stops, a school tour for the Oxford Don who believes all animals are vegetarian.
What did that say?
Before it all stops, a school tour for the Oxford Don who believes all animals are vegetarian.
Now, what do crocodiles eat? Natalie?
Other animals.
No, they eat grass. Natalie?
Other animals.
No, they eat grass.
They eat grass.
Why wildlife documentaries are often misleading.
There is some very famous footage of a lion killing a wildebeest. How do you explain that?
The lion may have been chasing the wildebeest.
Just wrestling.
In fact, it was chasing it to catch up with it, to give it a potato.
Can animal breeding go too far? A discussion point for David Jatt and horse jumper Oliver Skeet.
Is it because they don't have legs that it makes spherical cows so bad, or is it because there's
Spherical
some kind
cows?
of cruelty involved? I mean, what?
Actually, I'm not actually sure what they do to the cows, right?
Well, they breed them in a particular direction, interfere with their genes, so they're just a big ball of meat.
No, well, you see, I wouldn't like to eat that. Definitely. If I knew I was eating that, I would go absolutely mad. It's like somebody putting, I don't know, a bit of snot in a bit of bread and giving it to you. It's the same.
Really, that sort of thing?
Yeah.
Somebody's at a restaurant, to give you this scenario, right? Somebody out there, and they get what they think is a piece of spherical cow on their plate. What do?
What? They just eat it, don't they?
Yeah, but what should they do? For God's sake, yeah.
Well, I mean, what they should do, really, is make us think about it. They should start phoning up people and start complaining about, you know, the meat that they're eating.
This came from a spherical cow. How dare you sell this to me?
Right, of course.
What the fuck is a spherical cow? Why was he not asking more questions about that?
There was more
I went so high then.
With Mike Fox's elephant campaign last month. Let me explain. If this elephant was called Mike Fox, then it would have exactly the same name as the man that did the campaign about the elephant last month.
Yeah,
Mike Fox and Andrew Dean. These men hate zoos. Together, they run the World Organization for Decreasing Captive Animal Problems, WAFTCAP, which incorporates against animal anger and autocausal abuse atrocities in zoos. Ours. 2 weeks ago, they read about Carla, an East German elephant who'd been so upset by captivity she'd stuck her trunk in her anus. In seconds, a campaign was born to publicize Carla's plight in a video.
Maybe she's having a good time, experimenting, you know? If you got a long trunk and you can reach, you know, you might, wonder what that feels like. I don't know. Just an inquisitive nature. They're inquisitive creatures, elephants, right? Now I'm trying to think if they can even reach. I don't think they can reach. I didn't think my mind would be going. I didn't expect to be thinking about this when I decided to watch this show. This is wow. Yeah. I'm just gonna stop.
And tell the world about zucosis, the disease that drives animals nuts. Jilly Cooper was busy born to publicize Carla's plight in a video and tell the world about zucosis, the disease that drives animals nuts.
2 weeks. 2 weeks. What am I watching? What am I watching?
Jilly Cooper was busy writing a book.
Hello?
Hello, has Jilly come out of her shed?
Speaking.
But Fox persuaded her to send a drawing of Carla in her plight.
Thank you very much for your picture.
Oh.
And we showed it to Carla.
Oh.
And I think she gave a little elephant smile.
Oh, I love that. I want to cry. That's sweet.
The zoo is, still not acknowledging the problem,
They are bastards.
But she could be accommodated by Jimmy Page.
Absolutely. I mean, it's only because it's a terrible year for me.
Separate story. I actually met a guy. He's a Palestinian-Canadian guy. I met him in Spain, and he was convinced that he had. His name's Michael. He was convinced that he had one of Jimmy Page's old guitars. Basically, he had bought it from a shop. It's like a second-hand shop, and did a bit of history on it. And he seems to think that. He was hanging around certain bars in certain areas in the south of Spain at one point in time, and he was staying at one of the houses there, and he seems to think that Jimmy must have left his guitar one day, and because he was describing the guitar, and he was like, "Why would that guitar be anywhere here, especially in an area where they used to stay?" And yeah, and basically the guy was convinced that he has Jimmy Page's guitar, and he's done all his research and stuff, and he just, there's no telling him, maybe not, maybe whatever, but yeah, he was dead convinced. Anyway.
Last year, I'm very happy.
All right,
They
so,
are bastards.
but she could be accommodated by Jimmy Page.
Absolutely. I mean, it's only because it's a terrible year for me because I'm doing this bloody book. But
Oh, bloody book.
Oh, Duck, I'm very happy.
All right, Jilly.
Okay, darling. Nice to talk to you. Bye.
Bye.
With Jilly's drawing on her shirt, Britt Eklund told the world about WAFTCAP.
Last year, they stopped penguins catapulting each other through the glass roof at Sydney Zoo. Last month, they stopped a pig throwing itself out of a tree onto a python in a two-way death pact in Chester. Now they want to help Carla, an East German elephant who has got her trunk jammed up her own guts.
Does this person... I don't know who this person is. Does this person think that this is real? Are they like lampooning her right now? Or is she in on this? Because this is insane.
I can't understand the mentality or the physical makeup, mental makeup of anybody that lets an elephant get into that condition.
Paul Daniels' contribution moved all who saw it to horrible tears.
Carla the elephant is currently curled up in a kind of a grey ball. Her trunk is actually stuck up her anus and they're not trying to help her.
What?
So we must.
I think this is real, guys. I think
you can cut in later. I'll just say that. And you can cut it in later. Anus, and they're not trying to help her. So we must. I'll give you another one that you can cut in later. I'll just say that. And you can cut it in later.
Look at the media training on this guy. Look at the media. He's even thinking about the editors. He's thinking about the final product. Fucking hell. These people think it's real. This is insane. I thought they were taking the piss. I thought they were taking the piss of these kind of calls to action and, you know, celebrities will do anything, you know, for charity kind of thing or to get themselves on TV, you know, in support of some kind of tragedy or, you know, bringing awareness, solidarity, all that kind of stuff. I guess it is. But even worse because they're not even in on it. This is amazing.
Go the elephant, go to somewhere else, all right? And still rolling?
You're not the director, bro. You're not the director.
Come on, help us get that trunk out.
And so thank Christ for Wolf the Gladiator,
Oh,
who joined
I
not
used
a
to
moment
love
too
Wolf.
soon.
Urgent news. Carla has started to ingest her own head.
No!
Her dung pump mechanism has blown.
Wolf!
There's bloody vegetable gas everywhere. For God's sake, help us pull her trunk out. She needs wolf power, or she will explode in a shower of pulped yams. Please help me and ours get Carla's trunk out the end of her guts.
Dude, how? They even got Wolf. How? What is wrong with you? Have some common sense, for fuck's sake. If someone asked me to do this, how? I wonder how many they didn't get. I wonder who they didn't get. I wonder who was reading it. But like, yeah, this sounds like an able cause. I don't know what they told them. Something about an elephant. Yeah, we need to help this elephant. And then they started reading it and went, all right, I'm being punked. That's probably before punked. But yeah, you know, I'm being trolled here. This ain't right. They got Wolf, man. They got the Wolf Man. Who was your favourite gladiator back in the day?
The WAFCAP appeal was ready for its final phase.
You've heard a great deal about Carla, the poor little elephant in this East German zoo who's suffering horrendously, horribly. Desmond Morris, the great anthropologist, the author of The Naked Ape, who understands more about animals than probably anybody, has written this little poem about Carla. I'd like to read it to you. Aren't we a bunch of fuckwits? An elephant could no more get its trunk up its ass than we could lick our balls.
Well, after that, we're obviously pretty close to a solution. There are 3 points to remember. Firstly, cruelty has not been eliminated. These two goats are going to box each other's heads in next weekend, and there's nothing the law can do about it. On the other hand, you can be too nice. This woman spent her life savings on plastic surgery to make her dog look like Rafe Fiennes.
I think it's a little bit of an improvement on the original.
Well, the way ahead's obviously through compromise. Next month sees the introduction of new regulations for slaughterhouses. How are these going to work?
Oh, yes, well, we kill 400 cows a week, and to redress the balance to some extent, we'll be slaughtering one member of our staff every 6 weeks, approximately.
And that's where he comes in?
Yes, this is it.
Are you happy about this?
Oh, yes.
Thank you so much for coming in.
He just happened to be involved.
So whatever So whatever you forget about tonight...
Staff every 6 weeks, approximately.
And that's where he comes in?
Yes, this is it.
Are you happy about this?
Oh, yes.
Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you. So whatever So whatever you forget about tonight's programme, remember this. Introduction time. Let's talk about cows. This is the grave of a cow. As you will see, it was killed in unnecessary pain by a man. I think we agree with that, don't we, Carla?
I agree, yes.
If we think it's bad in this country, if we think it's bad in Europe...
Is this person real? Like, I don't know who this person is.
If we think it's bad in this country, if we think it's bad in Europe, it's worse in Libya. Take a look at this piece of VT. The men gather round and finish it off with their feet, drag it through the town and leave it quite often to the jackals and dogs. In fact, the end word of this...
I can't even say anything.
...his mouth is, wow, look at that dead bastard. That incident itself that we've just seen there, the Libyan cattle slaughter, right or wrong?
Wrong.
That wrong?
Yes, absolutely wrong.
OK, yeah, you can kill the tape.
Oh, yes, please, kill the tape.
Kill the tape.
Hi, this is Alexandra Paul from Baywatch. Please help me get Carla's head out of her guts now before she explodes.
Just imagine how she feels.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, goodness me.
Help.
Goodness. I've just received this. Now, Yvette has managed to get in an hour ago, and she managed to pull Carla's head out. Oh, God.
What does it
Her head came out, but it had shrunk. And it was now small and smooth and white.
And so did she put it back in?
No, she's walking around, it says here, with a small, smooth white head about the size of a man's head. She's got eyes.
She's got eyes.
But she hasn't got any ears.
Where the fuck?
And it looks like one of our helpers, Andrew Dean, got sucked in.
It's just seeing how far we can push it.
He's breathing through a tube.
Oh, Jesus.
And he's stuck inside.
I think you should get a press release out.
Which paper would print it now?
Well, you put it over AP?
You put it over a P?
AP.
Well, no, this is,
Is it like a distribution P? I phone up a P, and I send it down the wire to the P, and then the P sends it out to all the newspapers.
Yeah.
And thanks very much for your thoughts, Alexandra.
Okay, and,
I'll pass on your good wishes to all concerned, particularly to Andrew. If he's still going.
If it's still going. How do you not know you're being had at this point? Come on. What's wrong with you? Also, I really liked that music at the end. It reminded me of something from, like... I was thinking Goonies at first, and then I started to think of Twin Peaks. Oh, that was good, man. That was good. That was a good first episode to it. I'm going to have to watch another one, man. I'm going to have to watch another one. But that was not what I was expecting. I was expecting a bit of satire and stuff, but I wasn't expecting... that was surreal. And I wasn't expecting that, like, lampooning and stuff. Oh, that was a lot of fun. And I'm going to make myself a cup of tea. And I'm going to watch another one. Anyway, thanks for watching, like and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one.